Sum up what we learned today, or what conclusions you got out of this, or did not.
Yeah. Well, I think I think it was helpful for me just to hear you do some of that role playing, so that I can kind of get a better feel for, how the conversation should go. What I was sort of doing was saying, hello, sir, do I have a deal for you? You got to hear what I can do. It wasn't work quite as good as asking questions and finding out what the real problem is, and almost making them make the call and telling you what they want to do. It's just, man, I don't know why it's so hard to not think like that typical 20th century sales mindset, but it's just like so ingrained into me. It's like that's what I'm supposed to do when I'm helping people. So it's just it's going to take a lot of intentional.
Exactly. Let me leave you with this. You're not an anomaly. Sales is the hardest skill in the world to learn. Understanding what makes people want to buy, make a commitment, do business with you too. It's unbelievably difficult. It's hard. The question I always ask myself is it worth it? Well, I'm in a beautiful home up here in the mountains. Okay, it's paid for. I drive a pretty nice car that I lease. I'm debt-free. I owe no money on credit cards. And it's a result. I attribute my success to the man who taught me this stuff that nobody ever taught it me before. And if you recall the beginning of our conversation, I said, why don't they teach sales in college? And understanding that sales is the $1 million skill, I have to work very hard at it. I have to be very different in my approach to it. I have to have people's perception different about me when I'm doing sales. We all want that trust from that person. If that person trusts you, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
If I act like the traditional cheesy, manipulative, lying, pandering salesperson, I'm going to get a very high rate of rejection. If I go to people very subservient, very, mousy, they're not going to respect me and they're going to brutalize me. I have to feel good about myself. The thing about sales is it leaves your ego wonderful. I don't talk enough about that. And I'm not talking about being an egotist and arrogant ass. I don't mean that. I just mean my daughter said it best once. She said, Dad, you're comfortable in your own skin. And I thought, what a great compliment. Popeye said it. You remember Popeye? Olive oil? What did he used to always say?
I don't know.
He said, I am what I am, and that's all what I am.
Okay.
You know what? That is very, very profound.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's very profound. He said that this is who I am. This is all I'll ever be, and I'm comfortable who I am. And if you don't like it, go blankety blank yourself. There's something very wonderful about that cartoon and that silly little statement. And sales, really good sales, allows you to do that. And when you feel good about yourself and you're confident and you have the tools, I think people will respect you. I think they trust you. I think they want to do business with you. And it opens up endless financial possibilities for you. And it how do you do a job even for just money if you don't enjoy it, if it's not fun?
Yeah, I know. There's in my MBA class, there's the oldest guy there. He's 60 years old, and I can tell just by talking to him, he's a phenomenal sales guy, and that's what he has done for years.
What does he drive when you leave the classroom? What kind of car does he drive?
He has a Cadillac Escalade.
How did I know that?
Yeah.
How did I know? And I'm not trying to sound materialistic, but success leaves clues, just like failure leaves clues. You ever meet a guy who tells you how great he is, and then you go in the parking lot and he's driving a 10-year-old Yugo or something? He's driving a really crappy old car. And I don't want to sound obnoxious here, but if you're making good money, you're obviously going to drive a decent car. You're going to live in a nice neighborhood. You're And this is funny. My mentor Max, he looked like a street. His clothes were horrible, and he was a multimillionaire. And I always used to say, Can we go to the store? Can we go shopping? Or anything? Nah, you sound like my wife. Leave me alone. I like this shirt. This shirt and me understand each other. And he was comfortable in his own skin. And sales is really important about that. So these are the concepts I want you to. If you just knock on doors all day long and get rejected, it won't work. If you work on your skills, you understand human behavior. If you become a person who the perception is that you're someone who's knowledgeable, someone I should respect, someone who is trustworthy, you've got a blank check in front of you the rest of your life. So I hope some of this stuff, I hope some of these ideas help you, okay?
Oh, I think it definitely is. So
Great. Oh, I appreciate working with you. You have a good day. I got to go. Let's talk next week, and I'll be glad to make more. We'll make some more phone calls, and you can get an idea of how I use guts in the process. Okay?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Take care.